Hello.
Hi.
Hi
you
everyone. How are you? Hey, Rudo. Background. So how are you guys? So this is the second vlog. Like I said, I will be joined by Shepherd. Shepherd is from Blawayo.
Oh yeah, I stay in Blawayo.
Which part?
I stay in town basically. I've got an apartment in town, close to Harare Road.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what? This is our third day.
It should be the fourth.
Yeah, so this is our fourth day here at Wagner, and we're just going to reflect on what has been happening, like the activities that we've had. This was orientation week, and we were just getting to know Staten Island, New York, and the college, getting to know each other. So maybe we'll talk about the Strength Finders exercise. How did you find that?
Well, one of the things that they said I was strong in was that I'm futuristic. I tend to dwell more into the future. Like instead of trying to fix things in the past, I try and resolve my problems as I move forward, and which is something that I wasn't really aware of. But now when I look back at how I've always solved my problems, like, I can be in a tragedy and I'm thinking, okay, tomorrow is a better day. Of which I think that's a better way of handling things, because the future really is where we'll spend the rest of our lives in.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So generally, just was the Strength Finders accurate?
For me, really, mostly when I look at it, most of the things, because I was very, very honest when I was answering the questions, I really tried to look deep inside and figure out how have I handled things in the past. And I think to some extent it's quite accurate.
Okay, so just to go back and explain what the Strength Finders exercise was, is it asks you a couple of questions, I think about 30?
No, like 100.
100, right? Oh yeah, so it asks about 100 questions about how you handle situations, what decisions you would make on a two decisions, pick one decision from two on how you would what you would decide in case of a particular situation. If you had to choose between rice and cake, what would you choose?
So
it was on a scale of 1 to 5.
1 to 5, right?
Of which one being
extreme
always
answer and the other being the other extreme.
The extreme.
So always and never.
And then you had in between things.
Yeah, and then it calculates, and then after calculations it gives you your top 5.
Yeah, the most dominant traits.
Yeah, of your strengths.
Yeah.
So basically, you have the futuristic one. What else do you have?
Futuristic, connectivity. Some people have a strength, that they actually connect with people easily. Some tend to shy away from
have
crowds. Yeah.
By the way.
And one that I really wish I had is the one called Woo. Winning others
Don't we
over.
all?
Winning others over.
Don't you have
that's
Rudo?
quite rare.
Rudo, don't you have Woo? Why? Maybe it's not on your top 5, but then it's just on your top 10, because I think you find it easier.
Yeah. Woo! And then already you're surrounded by fans, and everybody's just like, yeah, we understand what you're all about. We want to be part of what you're doing.
Yeah, so for me, I think it was very, very accurate in the sense that I got learner, developer, responsibility, and what was the other one? Strategic.
Oh, seriously?
Gathering knowledge, and it was not analytical. No.
Nah, it's.
You gather knowledge and archiving something. No, that's the one. It starts with an A, doesn't it?
Yes, but I can't.
But that was your top one.
Yeah.
So you got
It was innate.
Can't remember.
And so input. I also got one input, learner, developer, strategic. The other one must be that one. Yes. So
bank of knowledge.
So everybody that knows me knows that I know a little bit about everything. It's annoying for a lot of people, because that means my hand is always up most of the time.
Yeah.
Because I have like a bit of knowledge in everything. I love reading and just like taking in stuff. Like I soak in the things that I find. Like if I read something, it stays. If I talk to someone and then they give me a bit of information, it stays. So it was accurate in that. And then the responsibility one, like I'm a sucker for people who keep their word.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't keep your word, then I struggle. Like this person, are you for real? You said this yesterday and you didn't do it. And then I struggle with that. But yeah. So that was it. What else did we do? We went to the escape room.
Oh yeah, the escape
Yeah.
room was.
That was the
amazing.
day before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your experience with that, guys?
For
So
me,
Rudo has their hands up, which means
Rudo is super excited about it.
she loved
She had so much fun.
No, I'm like,
You should see. I wish
Flying
I
without
could
wings.
put her in the video because she like jumping all over. But then there were things that we learned from it. I think for me, which is one of my strengths, is that I can most like I can read things from like the smallest things. I can read things about people, like, and there's sort of like what do you call it? I can easily catch a person's capabilities,
Okay.
like the good stuff and
Wow.
the bad stuff,
That's really-
just from the smallest of interactions.
don't develop a strength.
Yeah. So like I was there and I was just checking things, and you could see this person has this strength, this person has that weakness, and yeah. So how was the experience for you?
Well, for me, it was a mixed bag. I remember feeling nervous and also just having a rush of adrenaline, thinking, okay, because it's a competition, you have to complete a task within an hour. So when we got into that room, it was quite dark, and there were pieces of instruction that were just there on the floor, and we had to figure out how those pieces of information kind of connect. It was really difficult, and you just had you should have been there just to witness the group dynamics, like how people were becoming anxious, like, are we going to get out? Because it felt so real, like, okay, we actually might end up dying in here. So,
Which room were you guys? Did you guys were you guys in the
oh
same?
yeah, it reminded me of the crystal maze.
Guys, you guys were in the same group.
No.
Ours was the dynamite, and mine.
Oh, you
yeah,
guys were the
an
ones who
old
were in the
mine.
dangerous room.
Yeah, it was scary, man. So
We were in Sherlock Holmes.
We were in the superhero alley.
You guys had fun.
But
Yeah.
It was still, it felt like Crystal Maze.
oh yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I felt like I was in Ghost Riders. You remember Ghost Riders?
Yes.
What like just like solving
Yeah.
Solving
cases and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, but then it also was
A good learning.
it was a good learning experience.
Yeah.
Just getting to see group dynamics, like you said, and
Awesome. Fantasy land.
imagine
That would just be awesome. I would be there
every day with the kids.
Awesome. I think, yeah, those are some of the areas that maybe we could actually take home and like as a business, to actually go and explore.
Usateke sadili.
What, did I just say something wrong?
Usateke sadili. Tunakwenda tunaita dili.
Sorry guys, I'll keep my mouth shut. All right. Yeah, I think that I really thought that was a good team building exercise.
It was.
Because there's some people that I was really struggling to relate to, but in the heat of the moment, they'd come up with some of the hints, and at that moment you're just forced to listen to them and to work as a team. So I think it was really, really cool. Yeah, because after that I just felt like, okay, I'm one with all my brothers and sisters from all over Africa. So I think that was really a good intro.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
So,
I think
but
maybe
then
just
did
to
you
like.
guys finish?
Nah, we didn't. We finished. She allowed us to finish the game, but then it took us 1 hour 10 minutes, I think.
Okay.
Because when it finished, she then gave us like hints because we were so
okay.
nice.
Yeah,
She gave us hints and then we finished. But then one thing like that stuck out for me was if you're working in groups, as much as it is about competition, it's also about like just allowing everybody to be part of the moment and allowing every voice to actually then be heard and like put input. Like I think sometimes for me also I sometimes struggle to finish programs because I want everybody. I want everybody to participate.
Okay.
So it's about finding balance,
Yeah.
like having people participate and at the same time having to finish the program or whatever it is that you're doing in time.
Yeah.
But ensuring that everybody also felt like they were part of the process. Yeah.
And I think the other opportunity that was there was to delegate, because you realized time was limited.
Yeah.
And so we actually had to delegate tasks based on whatever strengths that were there present, which is something that doesn't come easy for people that are high achievers. Most of the times they prefer to do stuff their own way,
Yeah.
So just sharing the task, I think, is what helped our group really to
Did you
work
guys
well.
finish?
Yeah, we finished.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, the only
Did you
group
guys
that
finish?
Well, didn't finish.
We did.
Get out of here.
We-
Nobody.
Nobody finished.
did.
Oh, you guys
We
didn't
did. No.
Shepherd,
Brian asked them. You know when we came out, like we were told you guys
Shepherd
had
Aruti
failed.
Vara, guys. I just have to say it. Shepherd Aruti Vara.
No,
No one
we
finished that.
finished.
No one finished that game.
It's okay, Shepherd.
Seriously, we finished the group. We finished that game. We finished the game. We did.
Okay, so maybe let's move to. We had the getting to know each other session. How did you guys find that?
Or is that the time when we were sharing about what
Yeah,
we
like
do
sharing
there?
what you do and then just getting to hear what everybody else does. And like, did you guys pick any areas of collaborations? Did you get like to see the people that you would want to collaborate with like in the future and stuff?
Yeah. I think it was just amazing to see that there's so much that's happening in Africa. And when you're in your small town or big city, you might think that that's all there is, But just being out here and hearing that there are other brilliant things that are happening in other African countries, and now we all have a passion just to make Africa a better place. I think that on its own was quite great. But then you begin to see people that are in similar fields to what you're doing, and probably that have actually achieved some of the things that you're still struggling with. And for me, it was just interesting to see that there's so many guys that are involved in the work that fight against HIV and AIDS. And already I've identified some people that I would really like to approach so that we can do some joint projects together.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Rudo?
For me, it was both humbling in the sense of, when you sometimes feel like, I'm doing so great. And then you see people who are really
You're doing great.
things, it humbles you. And then at the same time, it was also very encouraging that you are in this room you're part of a big, you're part of a big picture.
Yeah.
You're part of something that's happening. You are playing a part as well. Because being in a room with all these people who are doing so great means you are also doing something.
Good.
No matter, even if you feel like, okay, these ones are the real
It is a real deal.
Yeah.
You know, but it makes you then feel like, okay, I'm doing something because I'm here with them.
Okay.
And as much
that
as
makes sense.
Do you know what I mean? Kuti, you have a role to play, you have a part to play, and where you felt maybe you are, what you're doing, you can do more.
Yeah.
You can become that same level of superhero-ness that these guys are doing in their countries.
Yeah.
So it was a great experience. I think it's good. Well, it's not over yet. We only just found out what they do.
Yeah.
And they probably do so much more because it was like 3 to 5 minute intros. So I'm like, oh, like I said, ramble, but
Probably was part of those
but
people
you
that
know,
were
we
rambling.
probably only still have a tip of the iceberg of what some of these guys do.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing. And this is just the ones who are here at Wagner. What more
More
when you
about
meet
the
all
people
the others down
in
at
DC,
Summit,
yeah.
it's gonna be, and what more with the previous cohorts? You're like,
You're part
you
of
really
like
feel like you're
part of this
greatness.
bigger.
It's amazing.
bigger
Yeah.
picture.
So I do agree with all that you've said. I also like one thing that I picked up was some of the things that I rarely ever think about being in education is, when you're like, my focus generally is gender, right? But then within gender, you can actually then be very discriminatory, like you discriminate without actually being conscious that you are actually doing that, because even amongst women there are people with special abilities, and then you don't put that into your head. I think if you've noticed, there's a lot of people working with disabilities within our group, and then just hearing them speak and hearing some of the challenges that they're trying to overcome, and then like putting that into your own context and saying, but I never thought about that. How is my organization or where I'm working or the projects that I'm running being inclusive? And then you start questioning yourself. So I think for me that also was part of the process whilst we were listening, to just say, oh, okay, but I never really thought along those lines. This is something that we have to really put into play and find ways that we can make sure that we're not discriminating against anyone, and we're making sure that the program approaches or reaches to everyone amongst women, that is, or amongst men if you're working with men. Yeah.
And also, I think just how some people have actually turned their challenges into opportunities. Like, how somebody that was HIV and positive then used that to inspire, to help our community. And for me, that was really very, very inspiring. Just to notice that we've got so many uncelebrated African leaders, that are, of course, they may be young, but they're already making such great impacts,
True.
No, it's true. I think the ones who had their personal, as in actual personal experiences, and they used them to make a change.
They made lemonade.
It's very empowering. They didn't decide to take the victim
approach
card and just sit there
just
and
walk
go,
around.
why me? They went and have done something great with the conditions that they were in.
So our lighting is getting bad.
Lighting is can you believe it's 7 p.m. guys?
Oh yeah, that's another thing, guys. It's actually 7 p.m.
The sun
and
is doing this.
and Rudo said something that was really interesting in the afternoon. Was it yesterday or it was in the afternoon?
Today,
She said that like you have kids. It's like when you're back home and you're like you're a teenager and you like hear people on TV and they're like, oh, we're going for the movies. Come and pick me up at 6. You never realize that for them 6 is like
It's safe. It's daytime.
it's daytime.
it's like one.
It's daytime. And then you, when you're back home, you're like, yeah, it's 6, I need to do that. Hey, you guys don't like be cramping my style because I want to go out. But it's dark, guys, when we are home. Mousy, and it's not safe.
It's not safe. Here,
So-
it's light until 10 p.m.
Yeah, so
You
this
can
is
actually go
light,
and
guys.
watch your movie and come back home. Which one is safe?
Imagine this safe. No, safe.
Yeah. And it will be like this until
Kune
around
zuva.
past 8, I think.
Kune
So
zuva.
it's gonna be.
So let's try to find light. Okay.
So
Come
we
here.
shift gears.
A bit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But anyway, I just think maybe the light here is better. What else didn't we talk about? What did we do? We went to New York,
Oh yeah.
the city.
The city.
Yeah, the concrete jungle.
City.
And water.
Yeah, and we had water, and
yeah.
we were on the ferry. Yes, guys, we went on the ferry.
I think I really enjoyed seeing the Statue of Liberty, like right there.
Who's
in front
planning
of
to
me.
go to the?
Oh, Ipabo.
Yeah.
Who's planning
No,
to-
I didn't go, but I could
We should
see
go.
it. I could see it
We should
from.
go.
Yeah.
We should find a day that we should just go with our very patriotic flag and.
Oh yeah.
Don't
Leave
wanna
it
see go.
there.
Hey, though, we could go.
Leave it there.
Yeah, we could, hey?
That's because it's close by. But
It's close by though.
We could.
Kune ferry.
I think we can actually go because today is a weekend. The ferry is 20. Yeah, 24
Yeah.
hours.
And
So
that's
we'll
the
see.
thing with here. You can decide at 6 p.m. Let's go out because
Yeah.
And yeah.
So for me, I had been to New York before, but I hadn't been in the site that we first got to, which was Wall Street, EDC, and it has so much. Yeah, it has so much history, like more history than the part that I'd been to, because the part I'd been to was very residential, although it's like Mukateme City, but it was more, what do you call it, like backpackers, like those campers. People just come in because they're going to the UN.
Okay.
Basically, the UN is the place with the history. Everything else is just like hotels and little motels and stuff like that. Yeah, so it was just nice seeing that. I think one surreal moment was the going to the 9/11 memorial and just seeing the names there and everything. I think that was, yeah. And you can see, I actually saw a Shona name and my phone and then my phone.
Guys, now
I was looking for the name.
I was actually like, if you, I took like not the same round.
It was in the news. There was a Zimbabwean or two.
Okay.
Who died in
Yeah, I
the
saw a
attacks.
Shona name. And I
You
was
saw
like,
the name.
yeah, but I wasn't sure. Okay, the thing is, I wasn't sure if it was Shona or it was Japanese, because you know sometimes Japanese and Shona names kind of mix.
I'll look the name up online of the Zimbabwean
Oh, okay.
lost in the tragedy. But I was thinking I'll look for the name and take a
No,
picture.
the next time we'll
But
look and then
you
we'll
know
just
how
take
the
pictures.
names go all the way around.
No, but I
think
noticed.
you need a whole day.
Yeah,
No, but I
to
noticed
actually look
something,
it up.
like the names, if you see Pane, it's sort of arranged, I think, in terms of,
Alphabetically.
no, in terms of countries, because there was one block that had just Japanese people or Asian names, yeah. And then you had like very English, Smith, John, like those names. And then if you just,
So maybe we'll look
Yeah.
for name and go around and find the place.
and there is this like the tallest building. Did you guys see it touches
The new
it touches the
World
sky?
Trade Center. We went yesterday, it was cloudy.
Yes.
So literally we could not see the top
See
of
the
it.
very
If you
top.
couldn't see the top of it, that was so
Disappeared
beautiful.
into the clouds.
That was so
I was
beautiful.
like, "Saka pana ntoshanda ari kumusoro ikoko."
Achingoona zvake makore ungati ari mundege
Ndatongoya
ungati ari mundege.
kugraft, so ndatongopinda muoffice mangu.
But it must be difficult. Let me just say this, because it's after the September 11, we can make fun now. Imagine if you're working like top and you keep imagining.
Well, not, I wasn't imagining
Hopefully.
that though, but I'm like,
Hopefully
imagine
never.
uriko ukaumba kwaita fire dress.
Oh my
You
god.
can't use the elevator when it's
And
a
you have
fire
to
dress.
use-
I think I one. Or imagine you are,
Upstairs.
Yeah.
And
imagine
I'm sure they've got like a slide, a chute. you
Something
can
that
just
like
go
bring you
real
down,
quick
because that's like a long
because
way.
it's a long way. You can't do stairs.
Very long.
I wonder. We should go and find out.
We
We can
should.
go and visit the actual building. because
So
that
was
would be-
the Times Square what you guys expected?
I should go back at night.
Oh yeah,
I
you
think
saw
it's
it.
more
You saw it.
wow.
You saw it in the
I saw it
afternoon.
in the
Right?
afternoon, but I think it'll be more wow at night.
Super?
I think I saw it around 6.
Yeah. So
was,
you guys need to go back.
We need to go back
it
at-
was
at
okay.
midnight.
I think it was too busy for me. Like,
We didn't go to
It
Brooklyn.
was
right?
more like Mbarak.
We should go to Brooklyn Bridge and just sleep like a log.
go
We
and
will
buy-
buy.
More than Barega. To be honest,
Exactly.
people walking
But
up
you are
and down.
right.
Man, it was
All right.
too
We
busy.
kept.
It
We,
was clouded.
besides that, we kept saying, no, the musika. Musika yembali sham kune vanhu vanotengesa
all sorts of stuff. And
vanotengesa
even the ladies
mabhegi
and
hembe chichichichi, like exact flea market. Kune ma flea market, guys. And what else did we see in Sephora that people actually, like, people buy stuff? Guys, musati daro though. Like musati daro ha tiri vamweni munosvika. Was it in Sephora? What was the shop? Like people buy.
Target.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like we went into Target and saw this. What was it? What did we see that was like?
a label come so, but it's like people do that.
How much was it? We saw it like very
very cheap.
cheap, and then people sell it like $60.
It's the same designer range.
Yes, guys, musati daro, musati daro, musati daro.
George unotengeswa muAsda is like Target. Ona hembe yeGeorge yakateiswa ipo paya mushop kutengeswa toita kana 120 waiziya. This is like expensive, and I'm like,
guys.
You got this for $20.
Guys, I know it doesn't not a profit, but you may profit. Yeah, you may profit. I grow on a pass. I'm an atirama. Aiwa, you don't try to change it. Aiwa, you don't try to change it. You don't try to change it. Aiwa, you don't try to change it, guys. This is my body shapers. You guys, I'm going to change my body shapers. I'm $60. Ngatisadaro.
But mama ngari
equalize. You are what kutengeswa pa Facebook. Amuri kutengesa pa Facebook to be very frank, name target. Musatidaro. But in real time it was July 4th sale. So if you guys, if you want to send me your money.
Oh really?
If you want to send me your money at 10%. I will get you.
July 4th sale. $60.
I don't know tenga kutarget kwacho kwakuwanza.
$100. I got this in Wall Street. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. But like for me, you guys didn't notice it because obviously I noticed there was Thomas Reuters on one of the streets. I had to get a picture. That's like the maker of like journalism.
I went to the New York Film School, Chichi.
Hey, you saw it! Nice! You saw your makeup place as well, hey? So are you planning to just go and do like a visit, like a proper... Because I'm sure there would be... No, but I'm sure they have summer programs and stuff. Yeah. Did you see any particular thing that you like? Were like, yeah.
That I liked. I don't know, just the lighting in the streets, you know. Unlike back home.
Because my lights are good.
So it was just nice. It's the small little things.
Though, it was the same thing. You put in my lights, but you think, God, how much electricity
is being used here?
Unless if the greatest thing would be if Times Square actually was, you know, like you can see it could run on solar.
I don't think so.
I would feel at peace, but you know,
it's not. Again,
you're like, Amanaka. And it's 24 hours. It's not like
it's 24 hours.
All the lights are on.
It's 24 hours.
During the day, people are walking around. All the big screens are on. You see the same fanana, and you're like, hey, the electricity that is going into this operation over here. No, in terms of energy, we're looking at a situation where the world is.
Yeah, like we need to be saving.
We need to reduce our carbon footprint, etc., etc. You know, the amount of plastic that's going into this, operating amount of electricity that's going into. You're like, God,
That's
like one of those few spaces that took us with So yeah, it's beautiful, but
at the same time, then you have to look at the sustainability of it.
I hope they're thinking of it at the same time, because then, like you're saying, it's on one end,
it's an extreme on both sides.
Yes. So if it could be a moderate
and balanced
on both
thing.
sides, they need to be nice, you know.
Yeah, guys, you realize we've been almost speaking for like half an hour. So yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna wrap up. But if you guys have like any questions for us, please do like drop them off on the comment box for myself, Shepherd, and the ever so mysterious Miss Rudo.
Who is Rudo?
Yeah, like please. Yes, I'll come to your inbox and tell you who Rudo is. Because she's being serious. And then we'll have to make you sign a non-disclosure.
Of course, yeah.
So that you don't like disclose a name.
No,
yeah.
there'll be a big surprise. On
Yes. Like week 6.
Big reveal.
Yes.
Reveal Rudo.
Yes. Yeah,
That'll be
so
fun.
like if you're in New York, I know I have quite a number of friends who are in New York. Please hit me up. We would love to have dinner with you.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that people are here. You pay for your own
You
like
split the
dinner.
bill.
You split the bill. We know we're African, but yeah, we will split the bill.
We
So
got
please,
the mood.
we will come with our own money. So please just invite us for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Invite us for lunch. Yeah, please take us on a tour of your favorite place so that we see it too, and we take pictures because we love taking pictures. And yeah, any last words, guys?
Yeah, just a question.
Yeah.
Did you go to the bridge?
No, not yet. We're going to Brooklyn. I don't know when we're going, but we're definitely gonna go. Yeah.
I want this.
Mysterious Rudo. Any last words?
No.
She doesn't have any. So it was nice hanging out with you guys.
Been really good.
Yes. Hopefully hope to see you on our next blog. I don't know when that will be, but whenever it is.
Could be any time. Maybe in the
Ciao.
next. Cheers.